It's such an honor to host you. Before we got on the call, I had to confirm your age because I had it recorded that you were 57. You're actually 58, so I was able to correct that. And you look like you're about 20 to 30 years younger than that. So congratulations.
I am 58. I feel 28. That's my line that I tell everybody, and it's true.
Isn't
I
it
really do.
awesome?
It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing,
So
and I can't keep my mouth shut. That's why I make my YouTube videos. I have to pay it forward, you know.
yeah, good for you. And like I told you offline as well, you're doing amazing work out there in space and sharing a lot of really helpful content for people. So I really do appreciate that. The day that this episode is set to launch will be my last day of my 30s. The very next day, January the
Oh,
13th, I will be turning 40, and I feel
all
the same.
right.
I didn't feel this good when I was 30 years old. It's
Yeah,
incredible what this way of living can do to you.
absolutely, absolutely.
Uh,
You don't look anywhere near 40.
well, thanks, man. I've
You
got a
do,
few
you
weeks
do.
still. I've got a few weeks.
All right,
Well,
good.
and this is going to be great timing as well, because as you and I know, January is World Carnivore Month, and hopefully there's a
Mhm.
lot of people that are getting excited about that. It's becoming more and more popular. Like, we're living in a world now where the word carnivore has been Googled more times than the word vegan, which is awesome that people are finding this way of eating and wanting to try it. And with your background in education, I just think you'd be the perfect guest to come on and not only share your story, but help others along the way with some of the things that people get tripped up with, especially in the beginning. We know that this is a very awkward thing to do, and there's not a ton of information out there. Although, like I said, it is increasing. But man, if you're turning to a carnivore diet, generally speaking, you have probably suffered through something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see a lot of people
Yes,
that do carnivore just for the hell of it, like to just eat meat. It's for a really good reason, and it sounds like with you in your life that was this case as well.
absolutely. It was. It was. You want me to start? I can explain how I went carnivore. I started like most people, overweight, as I was in my 40s. You won't find this because you're a carnivore, but when you're eating the standard American diet and fast food, laced with carbs, sugar, seed oils, high fructose corn syrup, it's in so many things that are out there and people don't think, and it's been there all their lives. And our bodies are forgiving and we have the bandwidth to deal with it. Many of us, I think some of us get problems earlier on, but many of us can make it through our 20s and into our 30s, and it doesn't show on the body so much because our body repairs while it's breaking down and getting damaged by all these processed elements. But when you hit the 40s, maybe the late 30s and the 50s, and I'm getting very close to the 60s, we don't have that bandwidth. Our reparative abilities are a little bit slower. And that's when people put on the weight. And of course, I, like many people, I went on many diets, and all the diets worked until they didn't work. And I put the weight back on and even more. That's always the case. So I heard about this thing called keto 5 years ago, didn't really know anything about it. I tried the Atkins diet maybe 10 years ago. I didn't know what I was doing. I ate lunch meat and cheese. And it didn't work for me. And we didn't have the internet. Maybe it was more than 10 years ago because I don't think we had the internet. But so 5 years ago, I did keto and I started counting and weighing and measuring and learning the macronutrients of carbohydrates, fat, and protein. And I didn't know that before. I thought it was all about calories, calories in, calories out, is what so many people believe. That's the first thing you see on all the boxes and packages. That's the largest. It's what they print on a lot of menus. When you go to restaurants, they care about the calories. So I self-taught myself. I had an app on my phone and I put everything in there and I looked at my little pie chart at the end of the day, said, I'm going to adjust this. And as the weeks turned into a month and the month turned into a few months of very low carbohydrates, less than 20 total grams a day, my 35 pounds that I needed to lose weight fell off within just a few months. I thought, oh my gosh, there's something to this. So I watched YouTube videos, and I'll list some of those doctors again that you mentioned in my bio, but I added a few. So Dr. Ken Berry's at the top of my list. The man is my hero. He's a wealth of knowledge. Dr. Robert Cywes, Anthony Chafee is second on my list. All right. Love the guy. I can't keep up. He puts so many videos out. I can't keep up with him. Dr. Eric Westman, Dr. Sten Ekberg, Dr. Sean Baker, he interviewed me, and he's an amazing guy. Dr. Jason Fung, Peter Attia, Robert Lufkin, Monique Attinger for oxalates. She taught me a lot of, and we had a few interviews together. And this young lady named Kim Howerton, Thomas Delauer. I could go on and on, but those are the ones that are my education now. And they are my favorites on my YouTube channel. So I take a sunrise bicycle ride every morning. It's not raining. I live in Boca Raton, Florida, so it's pretty much warm every day out of the year if it's not raining. I went this morning. I love to set my circadian rhythm. I just wake up before the sun comes up usually. And I don't drink coffee anymore. I quit coffee. I'm out on the bicycle with my earbuds in, not these, but my AirPods. And I get my phone here, I attach it to my bike, and I catch up on my videos. And as I'm riding and inhaling the fresh air and looking at nature and everybody else going to work, and I don't have to because I'm retired. That's another happy thought. I'm learning and growing and having these aha moments. I get a high, I get a rush, almost like a drug. I get a rush when one of these amazing doctors or nutritionists say something and I didn't know it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wow. I pause the video. I go to my microphone. I say something and I use that for one of my next videos. And that's how I make my videos, to share with people. I have these aha moments that excite me. And then I apply them to my life and make positive changes. And if they were positive, I'm like, that was just added to my repertoire of good health. And I add on to that. And over 5 years now, I've added on. I know so much more than I ever knew about my body and my body's signals and nutrition than I ever did, thanks to these people that I just mentioned. And I bought a few books too. I go into Barnes & Noble and I could spend hours in there and I write down the names of authors that these people recommend or them. And I love reading. I get aha moments from that too. So that is I guess my excitement is I do love to learn. And it's why I became a teacher back in 1988 when I started. And now that I'm retired, I can't stop teaching. And I'm not teaching a curriculum I'm required to teach like I was. I'm doing something that is a passion that comes from my heart, and I don't sell anything. I don't have any products. I want people to know I don't have any ulterior motives. I do know that some people, when they watch somebody, they see that they're selling their supplements or their powders or their whatever, and they question their motives. I don't question their motives because I know they have to make a living, and I love their message, and I have the gut instinct to figure out what's BS and what's not. But I just want my viewers to know that I'm doing this for free. I'm a video production teacher, so I have all the equipment. I have the green screen and everything, the microphones and the light. And so I'm doing this out of fun, out of the passion, and because I really want to pay it forward. These people paid it forward to me and my health. And I'll go on to a list here of all the amazing things. It's not just weight loss. So many amazing benefits have occurred since I cleaned up my way of eating. And that's what I want to get into here as well with you, is because most people think it's just about losing fat. And that's really just this little piece of it until you realize the amazing benefits. So I do want to share that with you too and your viewers.
Do you think you could try to be excited for this conversation? Just a little bit excited? That would be